Hi guys, this is Andrew and and these are the best games of the week. First up we have Age of Wind 3, published by Deemedya. Here's a pirate ship-based game. You take control of a ship, and the game does have a story, lots of character dialogue throughout the entire game. So when you're in battle, your ship automatically moves forward, and you have buttons to move left and right. You also have a button to shoot cannonballs from both sides of your ship. So there's usually a bunch of enemy ships and you can maneuver around and shoot them. This game has a huge map with lots of islands and different places to explore. There's tons of quests, you can upgrade your ship. This is a really fun pirate ship-based game.
Release the Kraken!
Next up we have Summoner's War Sky Arena, published by Mqnse. This is a really fun casual RPG. The graphics and animations are nice. It's very similar to Hello Hero. The combat is turn-based, and you can choose which enemy to attack with which character and their skills to use. You can also build a city in this game and summon new characters. And there's tons of characters to collect, which makes these games really fun. It's online so you can chat with other people. There's an element system where certain elements do more damage. And there's tons of levels to go through, tons of monsters, boss battles. Really fun and addicting casual RPG. Next up we have Rival Knights, published by Gameloft. Here's a cool and unique jousting game. So you play a knight and you can joust against a ton of other knights. So when you start, you have this bar on top, and you have to tap the screen when the arrow goes on the green spot. And consistently getting the green will increase your speed. Then you aim your lance at the enemy's weak spot by dragging the screen to knock him off his horse. And you have to beat the enemy in 2 of the 3 categories to win, which is attack, defense, and speed. There's new equipment to buy and there's tons of levels to go through. The graphics are nice, the game is kinda casual, but it is a fun and unique game. Next up we have Cross Horizon, published by DeNA Osaka. This game isn't new, but it was down for a very long time and now it has a new publisher. Here's a cool fantasy RPG. You have a joystick to move around, you can customize your character, and the game does have a story and quests to do. The combat uses some cool touch and gesture controls, so you attack enemies by swiping or tapping on them. You do have a stamina bar, so you can't just keep swiping non-stop, and you can also block. So the combat is fun, there's lots to do in this game. It's a cool RPG to check out. Next up we have Defenders, published by Nival. Here's a really graphically impressive tower defense game. The graphics are amazing. So you place towers and the goals to kill the incoming enemies. There's tons of levels and tons of different towers to collect, and the towers are all really different. There's lots of different maps and different monsters. There's even kinda like a story. The game is fully in 3D and looks really nice, and the game has tons of content. This is a really cool tower defense game to check out. Next up we have Armored Aces 3D Tanks, published by Pseudos software. Here's a really cool online tank battle game. So you can throw a tank and there's lots of different other tanks to buy, and you can also upgrade your tank. It's an online game so you play against real players, and there's 2 teams. It's also really easy to find the game. So you control your tank with joystick and you can aim on the right side of your screen. So the goal is to kill all the enemy tanks or to capture their flag. The game is really cool and fun to play. It's not always fair if other people have better tanks, but you can earn money to upgrade your tank and buy new tanks. Really cool tank battle game to check out. Next up we have Prop Hunt Multiplayer Free, published by Mqnse. This is a fan-made Android version of the popular Prop Hunt game. It's like a hide-and-seek game. One team are the hunters and one team are the props. So when you're a hunter, you have to kill the props and you lose HP with every shot. So you go around shooting stuff trying to find the props. And as a prop you can move around and blend in with the environment. Fans of Prop Hunt will probably enjoy this game.
Double kill.
Next up we have Legends of Heroes 8, published by EVERAPP. Here's a card-based game, kinda similar to Divine Girls. There's a story to go through, and the combat is turn-based and automated. So there's lots of different cards to collect, you can rearrange them, and the cards automatically attack each other. The effects look pretty good, and the combat is fairly interesting to watch, and there are tons of levels and enemies to fight. If you're looking for a card-based RPG with an interesting story, check this game out. Next up we have Skyforce 2014, published by Infinite Dreams. Here's a cool top-down scrolling shooter. So in this game you fly a plane and you can control your plane by dragging it around. There's enemy planes to shoot and there's also people to rescue. There's health and weapon upgrades to collect. There's boss battles. And you can upgrade your ship with the stars you collect. It's a fun action-packed arcade shooter. Next up we have Badaboom, Rhythm Dinos game, published by Naked Monkey Games. Here's a side-scrolling game that's very similar to Badaboom. So this game has 4 different buttons and you press them in different combinations to do different stuff. So you have to press the buttons to the rhythm to execute them properly. There's combinations to walk forward, to attack, and to use spells. It's kind of fun. If you like Badaboom, you should definitely check this game out. Next up we have World Soccer Striker 2014, published by Epic Jump. Here's a really casual one-on-one soccer football game. There's buttons to move forward and backwards, and you can also double tap to dash, and there's buttons to kick, jump, and use your power. The gameplay isn't that good, but the game is really funny. So you're just kicking and bouncing the ball around trying to get it into their goal. And there's these weird powers you can use that are definitely inspired by Street Fighter. The game is really difficult, but it is a funny game to play. Next up we have The Lost Kids, published by XPEC Entertainment. Here's a fun puzzle game with cute graphics. So the goal is to collect stars and get to the bread. You can do this by placing arrows on the map, and then you press play, and then your character automatically moves forward, and if she touches an arrow she'll turn, and the goal is to guide her to the bread. There's a good number of levels, and it does get more challenging as time goes on. The graphics and animations look good. It's a fun casual puzzle game. And last we have Cheese Guardians, published by Mobage. This game's like a puzzle-based defense game. So you gotta protect your cheese from mice, and the color corresponds to certain units they can summon. So you match the red gems, it allows you to summon a certain unit, and the yellow gems to summon a different one. So you place the units, and they have different range and do different stuff. It's kind of fast-paced because you have to hurry to summon units before the mice get to the cheese. You can also use energy to move your units around. It's a fun casual game to check out. Anyway, that's all for this week. Subscribe for more videos, and thanks for watching. Gear Enforced, where there is a gear in every brush.